The CFPB is currently on hold or even frozen. Are they closing? What's going on right now? All of this is partially due to the major political figures like Donald Trump and also Elon Musk, who are pushing for specific changes, believing it's no longer helpful for the government that they're trying to shape for the future. If you've been relying on the CFPB to get faster results with your credit disputes, then there's a strong chance that everything is about to slow down for you, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But don't worry, I got you. Because there's still a way on how you can get the results that you need and fix your credit in a timely manner. And in today's lesson, I'm going to break down exactly how to navigate through this situation and keep your progress on track. So go ahead, go get your pen and paper. And matter of fact, go get your laptop as well, because we're going to go to that and I want you to follow this step by step. And without further ado, let's dive in. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I just want to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it helps my channel out a ton. I truly appreciate all your support. I'm trying to help everybody out there that only knew how to dispute with the CFPB on how you can still get results just as fast and just as accurate, all right? Now, enough rambling, let's actually get into the step-by-step itself. Real quick, I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of emails, and also even from my clients stating that, well, if the CFPB is not going to work, are we still not going to get the results that we want? I'm really nervous right now. I just don't want to, just drag along this situation, this process, etc., blah, 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 blah. And look, I get it. I know all of you are very nervous. You feel like the credit repair process is just about to stop for some odd reason. I don't know why, but I'm just here to let you guys know right now. This is why you have to weed out the people that actually talk a good game and actually do what is actually needed when it comes to the credit repair process. If you were dealing with anybody as far as a accurate credit repair company, then 9 times out of 10, they were still sending off letters and doing everything. But then the CFPB was literally just the cherry on top. It's like, well, I can start adding, I can get you to add the complaints on top of me actually sending in the aggressive letters that are actually accurate to the inaccuracies on your credit report. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you're attacking it from both angles. And if you rock in actually my program, then you understand that. And I always tell you from the beginning, it's a marathon, not a sprint. The CFPB is not going to just delete everything. And if you're dealing with someone that just uses CFPB and they state that they're going to get everything removed in 7 days, 4 days, 30 days, and they're possibly using something that's kind of unethical, and you got to pray that it doesn't come back on you, because if it does, sometimes the thing can be the turn for the worse. But let's just really get into all of this, because if you haven't really seen the news yet, Donald Trump has fired the head of the CFPB. And that's the very person that took on the credit bureaus to fight for, really to protect the consumers, to be honest with you. Even without the CFPB in play, there are still effective ways and steps you could take to clean your credit report and still get results, ladies and gents. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't stop no show. So let's go ahead and break down the steps of what you actually need so you can continuously get everything off your credit report the right way so you can continuously stay on track. So we are going to go to the computer, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, ladies and gents, so right here, I'm just going to be showing you an example of how you can actually utilize everything on your credit report to actually get it off of your credit report. All right, so again, this is one from one of my super old clients that's not with me anymore. Their credit is actually fixed, but I'm just going to use their old credit report. Again, this is an example from Identity IQ. Again, I like Identity IQ and MYFREESCORENOW because they show you all 3 bureaus, side by side. It's nothing like you have to change pages or anything. But let's actually get into everything as a whole, okay? So the first thing that you want to do, again, is you want to look for all inaccuracies on your credit report, all right? And what do I mean by inaccuracies? Anything that is not aligned up, because I'm not trying to get you to be a credit repair company or credit guru or anything like that, but you have to understand that everything has to be 100% accurate on your credit report. Nothing can be out of place. And if it is, then you have the right to dispute that, either to get it updated or to get it removed off your credit report, okay? So if we're just looking at this, Just this right here. Let me show you some of the inaccuracies if you don't already see them. Even with the dates have to be 100% accurate. Right here we see 4/5, 2018. The other ones are 4/1. That's an inaccuracy. You see right here the month of the terms, the 77, 77, and then also 0. That's inaccuracy in itself, and you can utilize that as well, okay? But I'm not done. Because if you continuously keep looking, it was last reported 10/20, 10/20, 10/1. All right, that's inaccuracy in itself. And I know some of you all are probably wondering, well, you know, the credit bureaus probably got them at different times and things like that. That's probably why they added it. The other two are right, but the other one is not. But it's still not the same across the board. It does not matter because as a consumer, everything is supposed to be 100% accurate, okay? It's up to the credit bureaus to prove whether you were late, charged off, or anything of that nature, and they do not have the proper documentation to back that claim up, because what they do is they try to go find it from secondary lenders and things of that nature to verify. Now, even if we get to the nitty-gritty right here, if you look right here, everything is not 100% consistent, even if you just want to utilize this. This is from 2023. TransUnion is not showing anything, but Experian is showing that it's okay that it was paid on time, but Equifax is showing that it wasn't. That's an inaccuracy in itself. But then everything looks good up until March. March, TransUnion was good. It was paid on time. Experian was paid on time, but Equifax is not showing anything. That's an inaccuracy. You were late 30 days, but you were paid on time with Equifax. I know you don't have anything special with Equifax. So what's going on? First you were 30 days late, then you were 60 days late. Then everything was paid on time. And then out of nowhere, just immediately from April to March, which are only 30 days, now you're 60 days late. That's not even enough. That's not enough days. That doesn't make any sense. And then it shows Equifax you didn't pay. You see where I'm going with this? There are so many inaccuracies on this report, and your report looks similar to this. I'm telling you right now, you just have to go look for all of the information. So what you would do is you would circle everything that's inaccurate on your report. Over 60 days late, but Equifax saying it's 30 days late. You want to take all of this information and you want to make sure that you highlight all of this. Again, everything, all right? You want to make sure that all this information is highlighted to show that this information is not accurate and needs to be removed from your credit report, okay? And you're going to do this with each and every negative. So if this negative is like that, if you have another negative, that's the same thing, and you have collections or charge-offs, and it's right here, but nothing is reported, that's still inaccuracy, you want to circle that, all right? So this is how you're going to get things removed off of your credit report, all right? Now, once you find all of the inaccuracies on your credit report and you do all that information, you do all the digging, all the hard work, make sure that you also keep a name and a list of all the names as well on your credit report of which one it is, and you have all the information. The next thing to do is to cook up a letter. Now, again, I don't expect for you to be a credit repair company or anything like that or know what to do. If you've seen any of my videos, the next thing that we're going to do is go to ChatGPT, okay? Now, once you get to ChatGPT, this is exactly how it looks. This is what I want you to actually put in the letterhead, okay? This is what I want you to put in because ChatGPT is actually going to spit out a dispute letter for you. So this is what you're going to write. Create a letter with the following negatives on my credit report, which you are going to list at the end, explaining how these accounts are not accurate and due to FCRA and Consumer Law 15 USC 1681I, my credit report has to be accurate, 100% accurate, all right? And please verify all documentation regarding the following negatives. And also, so you're going to put whatever the negative that you have, whatever it is, you could say, I don't know, Wells, Fargo, however they have it on your credit report. You're going to put the account number, 1234, the date, 10, when it was open, 10, 12, I don't know, 2019, anything of that nature, and you're gonna put all the inaccuracies and everything on the credit report. Late, you could say late payment, and you could put not accurate with, you know, up with dates, anything of that nature that's going to help the case, because you're also going to keep a picture of the documentation showing how everything is also inaccurate on your credit report as well. But this is just an example of how you're going to do it, all right? So once you put your negatives this is what is going to come up. Now, once you get everything acclimated, this is what ChatGPT is actually going to spit out. Now, before I say anything else, please read this information, all right? Please do this. Because a lot of you are just spitting this out. You don't know what it says. It can say something that's inaccurate, and now you're just dragging along the process, all right? So please understand this. So right here, it shows the dispute of inaccurate information on credit report, all right? I am writing to formally dispute certain negative items listed on my credit report. After reviewing my credit report, I found several accounts that I believe are inaccurate or incomplete. As a consumer, I am entitled to an accurate and fair credit report under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or the FCRA, specifically 15 USC 1681I, which mandates that the information on my credit report must be accurate and verifiable. All right. So then again, this is just a dummy one. For right here, as you can see, the account number, this is where you're going to put the account number, the account name, everything, and you're going to put the reason for the dispute. All right, so you say this is marked as late, paid on time, etc. This is what it's going to put for your information, all right? Make sure that you have all of this. And what I also want you to do is, please put this. You're going to make a letter for all three bureaus. Make one for TransUnion. So as you can see right here, it's going to put TransUnion's mailbox and everything, all right? It's going to put all that information, and then right here, it's still going to have your, and then you're going to do another one for Experian, all right? And then you're going to do one for Equifax, all right? And you're going to print all three of these out. Make sure that all of the information looks 100% accurate, and make sure that the mailboxes are accurate as well, okay? So this is the first step of what you're going to be doing. Now, before you even go to the post office, and before you even go anywhere stating that, hey, I want to send this off or anything like that, this is what I need you to do, all right? What I need you to do is, when you go back to your credit report, I need you to find where that negative is. I need you to find the actual name, if you don't know what it is, and then I need you to find the address, find the number as well. And what I need you to do is contact them. The reason why is because, just a rule of thumb, all right? Understand that the bureaus utilize old addresses to verify negatives on your credit report. That's one of the main ways on how they do it, because they don't have the original documentation. So if you have any old addresses tied to any negatives, reach out to the company and update it, okay? Please, 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 please. So just call them and say, hey, what address do you have? Hey, can you please update it to my new address? This is what I have, all right? So now you're helping your case as far as getting things removed off of your credit report. Now, or you can still submit your documentation, because everything still has to be 100% accurate, but this is just the extra step that you can actually take, all right? And now, when you go to the post office and you send all of this information, all right, please understand to send this certified mail, okay? What does that mean? That means you're going to get a green slip. All three letters are going to have a green slip, all right? And it's going to say where it's actually going. And what's going to happen after that is the clerk is going to give you a receipt with the tracking numbers on there. Keep the tracking numbers, all right? Do not throw this receipt away, because this is very, very important when it comes to your dispute process. We're going to utilize all the tactics that we can as a consumer to get all of these negatives off, all right? So please understand this moving forward. Also, guys, I just want to let you know that even though I'm showing you the step-by-step on how you can get things removed off your credit report, I just want to let you know, if you feel like you still are kind of confused about it, which is totally fine, or you feel like, hey, this is a lot of information, there's a lot of stuff to do, I don't want to mess anything up, then what I want you to do is sign up for the How to Credit Restoration Program. This is where I do all of this, but on a larger scale, in a way more aggressive way to get things off of your credit report. So whether you have the late payments, collections, bankruptcies, the list goes on and on. This is where I'm going to actually do it for you to get all that information, all the negatives off your credit report. And then I'm going to also coach you on the positive side to make sure that your report reflects the score that we're trying to get you. So whatever you're trying to get, refinancing on your home, a new auto loan, business funding. We want to make sure everything is in tip-top shape to make sure that you are ready and you will never get denied in the future. So what I want you to do is click the link below, sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me so you can see if you are eligible for the program and we can get you to that 700 or above. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. Now, I just wanted to show you just an example of how the certified mail, if you've never done it before or anything like that, this is actually how it looks. This is number one. This is where you put all the information for the credit bureaus, whichever one that you're sending it to. They're also going to give you a receipt as well with long numbers on there, just like these, of what the tracking number is. It's basically going to give you the information and the dates of when your disputes are going to get to the credit bureaus, all right? So next, what I want you to do is take a look at the date on the tracking receipt you receive from the post office, and I want you to wait until the next day, all right? Not that day, the next. Matter of fact, I want you to wait 2 days. I want you to wait 2 days, all right? So if today's the 1st, I want you to call them on the 3rd or something of that nature, all right? Or maybe the 4th or something of that nature. More so the 4th, because just in my opinion and from what I've done for so many people and dealing with the credit bureaus, they'll say, "Oh, we got it, but it's going to take us a day or two to open the mail, etc." It's et cetera, et cetera. It's like you have it in your hand. You can just open it right now. But they don't want to do that. They want to drag their feet, all right? So always try to call at least a day or two after, because, again, I want you to call the credit bureaus. That's the next thing that I want you to do. We're going to take all steps. We're taking out all stops right here. So I want you to call each and every bureau. So that means calling Experian. Next after that, call TransUnion. After that, we want you to call Equifax, all right? And ask them, have they received the letters? And you have a tracking number stating that they, in fact, received them on this day, which is the 1st, the 6th, 15th, whenever you are watching this video and you send them out, all right? So, again, you're going to call them to verify. And I just want to give you this disclaimer right here. The calls are going to take a while, all right? Because you're not the only person that's trying to dispute, trying to get the information right here. So if you're at work, I just need you to put your earpiece in, pop an earpiece in, and just wait until someone gets on the call so you can explain all of your issues. Please. This could possibly take you an hour, hour and 30 minutes, maybe even 2 hours, all right? Because you might have to speak to more than one person. Just make sure that you don't give up. And the next thing that I want you to understand is, again, when you do call them and you speak to that representative, make sure that you're being in compliance, stating that, hey, I know you received the letters. I know you see all the information. All this information on my credit report is not accurate. The address is not accurate. The late payments, the collections. Here, I have this information right here showing that it's not accurate or anything of that nature, all right? And I know I stated this before in the videos. I just want to reiterate it again. When you send your letters, ladies and gents, please understand this. Please send 3 forms of identification, okay? You're going to send your ID, your proof of address, and you're going to send a copy of your Social Security card when you send these letters certified mail. I'm sorry I didn't say it in the beginning, but please do this, okay? Please. And then you're going to send a picture of your credit report with the circled information showing that it's inaccurate for that bureau, okay? And it's going to show what's wrong with the other bureau, okay? So that's 4 extra pieces of information that you're going to add with each and every letter. So fast forward back to now. Now you're on the phone with the person. Hey, I know you got all of my information. I sent all of my identification stating right here. I just verified all the information to get to you and things of that nature. So now I want to talk about how this is inaccurate on my credit report. You see this right here? I know you have it right there. I circled it for you. This is inaccurate. This is not supposed to be there. I don't remember being late on this day. There is no information stating that I was late. I called the original creditor. They stated that the information is not accurate, things of that nature. So I need you to investigate and remove all of this information. Now, it might take you 2 or 3 tries to talk to that person just to really hit them from both angles. So now you called them and you sent them the letters and they literally have them in their hands, all right? So it's going to take a lot of back and forth. Sometimes you might have to actually speak to a supervisor, things of that nature, show them and tell them that you have the tracking number and things of that nature, all right? So all of this in a nutshell, packaged up, is how you're actually going to get everything off of your credit. Now, I know it might seem like a lot, but this is what it takes. The CFPB was not, again, the end-all be-all of just getting your credit fixed and things of that nature, all right? Again, just to let you know as well, there's no guarantees in this. This might not work the first 2 tries. It might not work the first 3 tries, the 4 tries, things of that nature. But you have to stay consistent, ladies and gents. I keep telling everyone in the program this, and I'm going to continuously tell you this. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Just because you didn't get results this round does not mean that you're not going to get results next round. This round, where you feel like you didn't get any closer, could have been the oop that you were thrown, where next round, where they see how diligent and how consistent you are of how you're showing everything isn't accurate, that it's going to come off your credit report, all right? It took you years to mess up your credit report. And you think you're going to get it done in 90 days? I pray and hope you do, but let's be real right now. It doesn't work like that, all right? So if you utilize all this information, you find the inaccuracies, you cook up the letters that you want, you send 3 forms of identification plus the picture of the inaccuracies on your credit report, you send it certified mail, all right? You send it certified mail, and you have the tracking number. You wait until a day or 2 after. You call all credit bureaus. You make sure that they got it. Even if they say, hey, we didn't get it, it might take another day. Cool. You hang up. You call again the next day. You keep being diligent. Hey, now I want to argue with you about all these inaccuracies on my credit report. Can I speak to your supervisor to make sure that they understand this? Can we put an open investigation on top of the investigation that I have to make sure that this stuff comes over my credit report? Oh, maybe I got 3 things off this round. I'm going to try again. All of this is what it takes, all right? The CFPB was just a cherry on top. It does not mean that you're still not going to get results, all right? I know I rambled a lot, but I pray and hope that this actually works for you, and I hope this makes a lot of sense. These are the steps that you're going to have to take to, again, get things off of your credit report. But again, if you feel like, again, it's too much, again, you can click the link in my bio to, utilize me. You get the peace of mind. You get the convenience. I do all this heavy lifting stuff for you. The only time I utilize you is if we have to use you for something as far as, verifying your information and calling the credit bureaus or anything like that. But other than that, I take care of everything. But again, I hope this works for you. If somebody needs credit repair, make sure you send them step by step. I gave you all the honest information. I didn't hold anything back. So I just pray and hope that this works for you. All right. If it does, let me know in the comment section. And I appreciate you guys for stopping by. And until next time, ladies and gents.